Achilles, I have a question. We were just discussing defending the takedown, someone shooting in from the front, and one of the things that you said is something that I hear a lot, is that most tweakers, which is what we generally deal with here in Portland and most of the, we'll just say left-leaning democratic cities that are pretty loose on crime, most of the time you're not going to be dealing with someone who is aware of takedowns, single leg, double leg. However, this is a great segue for security guards. You never know who you're dealing with. And this is the importance of de-escalation, situational awareness, and a lot of times just not involving yourself in the fight. There are over, I think, 4,500 documented homeless people that are here in Portland. That's just in the downtown area. People don't just come out of the womb homeless. And anyone can have a bad day, anyone can experience a mental break and be in a situation where, they're homeless and they're in a bad place, in a bad way, or on drugs. And that includes people with wrestling backgrounds or military backgrounds or law enforcement backgrounds. You don't know who that person is. So although it's highly unlikely that you're going to deal with someone who has a lot of experience in, say, organized martial arts, you don't know that for sure. And lastly, before we get into this defense, people that live on the street, they fight for their survival every day. We train for these situations and we talk about these situations and we try to be ready. But a person that lives on the street, specifically people that are involved in gang and drug culture, they fight all the time. And it's not that they're necessarily trained in it, they're just used to it. So they might be able to do a double leg takedown or shoot in just off of instinct, not knowing that it's a training aspect. So for the security guards that are out there, you got to be able to defend against this stuff because unfortunately you never know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, that's a great point. No, that's a great point. I mean, I never honestly really thought about, I'm sure, especially in the combat veteran world, people fall down the hole real quick. I've seen it millions of times, and I never really thought about it. That's a very good point, especially I'm sure there's collegiate wrestlers out there that went down a bad path. I'm sure there's, guys that are fucking black belt Muay Thai specialists that, I don't know, tried their first hit and just never looked back, right? So very good point. Never thought about it. So it gives a little bit more of a urgency and importance to address this stuff and make sure that you guys know what you're doing and how to defend against it and how to think on your feet and how to recognize people that know what they're doing versus people that don't as well.
Is there, before you get into the breakdown of the lesson plan on this next subject, is there something that is a tell, regardless of what they're going through or if they're on drugs? Is there something that you as a fighter can tell someone like, hey, if you see this, that might be a sign that this person knows what they're doing?
If their ears are fucked up, get away from them.
Cauliflower ears?
Yeah, if they got cauliflower ear, that's a big one. Also, for some reason, I don't know why, but the wiry people, the long wiry people, those are the most, for some reason, it just seems like they're the most indestructible, most explosive, and what's it called? Sleeper strength is what I call it. Those motherfuckers are strong. And they don't even have to be on drugs half the time. They could be coming down from drugs and fighting for a fucking loaf of bread. They're strong. I think when you have nothing to lose, you're stronger. I just feel like that. And those long, wiry guys with sleeper strength, they're tough.